Welcome back to Narrations, the channel where we dive deep into the classics and retell them like you're watching them unfold all over again. Today, we're heading into the gritty streets of New York City in the 1970s, where crime, corruption, and obsession collide. This is The French Connection, 1971, one of the greatest crime thrillers ever made, and a movie that changed the way we look at police dramas forever. The film opens with a chilling sequence in Marseille, France. A French detective is tailing a man through winding streets and alleys. He follows closely, almost too closely, until his cover is blown. The man he's after is Alain Charnier, a wealthy Frenchman with a dangerous secret. Charnier, without hesitation, has the detective killed. With this ruthless introduction, we're pulled straight into the world of international drug trafficking. Cut to New York City, where we meet our unlikely heroes. Detective Jimmy "Popeye" Doyle, played by Gene Hackman, and his partner Buddy Russo, played by Roy Scheider. Popeye is brash, abrasive, and sometimes reckless, but he's also relentless when it comes to the job. He doesn't play nice, and he doesn't care if people like him. He cares about results. Russo balances him out, calmer and more measured, but together they make a formidable team. The story kicks off when Popeye and Russo, while off duty, spot a group of mobsters celebrating late into the night at a Brooklyn nightclub. Something about it doesn't sit right with Popeye. He's got instincts honed from years on the streets, and he knows there's more to this than meets the eye. They start pulling threads, shaking down low-level criminals, and soon uncover whispers of a massive heroin shipment being smuggled into New York. The mastermind behind it all? Alain Charnier, the man we saw in France, now orchestrating his operation with chilling precision. His plan is simple but audacious. Ship $60 million worth of heroin hidden inside a car from Marseille to New York. But what Charnier doesn't count on is Popeye Doyle's dogged obsession with catching him. From here, the movie unfolds like a cat-and-mouse game. Popeye and Russo conduct long, grueling stakeouts, hours, even days of sitting in cars, freezing in the winter cold, staring through binoculars, waiting for one small mistake. There's a realism to these scenes. You feel the grind, the monotony, and the dedication it takes to bring down criminals like this. One of the film's most famous sequences is the subway stakeout. Popeye tails Charnier through the streets, and eventually onto the New York subway. The two men lock eyes. Charnier tests Popeye, getting on and off trains, trying to shake him, while Popeye refuses to break focus. It's a silent duel of patience and nerves, a masterclass in tension without a single gunshot fired. But of course, what The French Connection is remembered for most is the car chase. After an assassination attempt on Popeye, where Charnier's hitman tries to take him out on an elevated train, Popeye commandeers a civilian car. He barrels through the crowded streets of Brooklyn, racing beneath the elevated tracks, weaving through traffic, narrowly missing pedestrians. It's raw, chaotic, and filmed with a gritty realism that made it legendary. You can feel every bump, every screech of the tires, and every moment of danger. It's not slick Hollywood action, it feels dangerous because it was. This chase set the standard for every movie that followed. As the investigation closes in, Popeye becomes increasingly consumed. His obsession grows, his behavior gets more erratic, and the line between dedication and mania starts to blur. He shakes down suspects with brutality, screams at colleagues, and refuses to let go, even when it seems impossible. Russo tries to steady him, but Popeye's fixation on bringing down Charnier overshadows everything else. Eventually, Popeye and Russo intercept the heroin shipment. The drugs are hidden inside a beautiful French car, and the painstaking process of dismantling it piece by piece highlights just how ingenious Charnier's smuggling plan was. Finally, the heroin is found, and the case seems ready to close. But the ending is far from neat. Popeye corners Charnier in the final moments, but the Frenchman slips away, vanishing into thin air. Instead, Popeye ends up accidentally killing a federal agent during the chaos, a shocking moment that underlines how far his obsession has taken him. The movie closes abruptly, with the sound of a gunshot and a bleak text overlay telling us what happened after. Some arrests were made, but Charnier was never caught. It's a harsh, realistic ending. There's no Hollywood triumph here, No neat resolution. Just the grim reality that crime, especially at this scale, doesn't always have clean endings. The French Connection leaves us unsettled, but also in awe of the gritty authenticity it brings to the screen. This film isn't just a thriller, it's a landmark. It won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Actor for Gene Hackman, and Best Director for William Friedkin. And even today, decades later, its influence on crime cinema is undeniable. If you like this narration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie retellings that bring stories to life. And if you haven't already, go watch The French Connection. It's a gripping ride into the dark corners of crime and obsession that every film lover should experience.